Looks like we're finding our doctor some booze. Because that seems to be what Shepard does. Enabling the medical professional on board our ship to get drunk. Anywho, down to engineering for a look around. What's down here? Nothing. Nice and deserted. Nice and deserted. And we have a pair of engineers here. And the Normandy drive core, with no one operating it. Let's have a little word, see with the engineers.
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
Well, no need to be too harsh with them. Crew member being a little casual is no reason to get all crazy on their asses, after all.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Well, we're going to pick your brains on a couple of things, actually.
Where'd you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
But you're not with the Alliance anymore, obviously.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seem to be doing that.
Well, it's as good a reason as any, I suppose, and if they're joining up just because the Alliance seem to be doing jack shit, then Shepard can kind of respect that. I mean, she doesn't like that they decided Cerberus was the best choice, but we're here now, so it all worked out, right?
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
Well, that's nice.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
Well, now, how exactly do you feel about Cerberus, I have to ask?
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Well, you got a pair of people who know basically nothing about Cerberus and are just here for the collector's mission. Methinks they'll be sticking around with Shepard after we finish up here. Or when we finally give the elusive man the boot, which I fully intend to do. But do you need anything? Everyone else seems to need something.
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
Oh, wow. I love these two.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed,
Oh
it'd
my
save us a lot of
God.
maintenance time each day.
This is hilarious. I fucking love these two. They are so incredible.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected. It's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Well, lucky for you,
Carry on.
I'm heading
Will do,
to
Commander.
Omega next. And so that we
I'm
can
amazed Shepard came down to
collect a couple of crew members. So we'll just get those on the way. Next thing I want to do, though, is head up to my cabin. Just to check it out. A fish tank, I see, with no fish. I'll have to get me some fish. List of achievements. And obviously, Shepard's relationship with Caden wasn't exactly secret. Even though it was technically against regulations since he was a subordinate and of a lesser rank. But since Cerberus managed to put a picture of him there. Any new unread messages? Nope, just the Overlord one that I'm not going to be reading until it actually comes time to do that. Armor locker, yeah. And we have a nice double bed here. Which will be nice for when we finally get around to wanting some sleep. But for the moment, I think it's time we head back to the main deck.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
I'm aware of that new message, lady. We get a couple of new things here to do under assignments. Like I said, fortunately, I have a bunch of stuff to do that's over on Omega, so we'll be heading there first.
The systems,
But
the
I'm listening
Systems
to the
Alliance
Kodiak drop shuttle thing
UT-47
right
drop
now.
shuttle landing craft holds 12 soldiers in a cramped, uncomfortable cargo bay and 2 more in the cockpit. Officially named the Kodiak, the drop shuttle is better known to Alliance Marines as the Combat Cockroach due to its appearance and durability. The vehicle's robust environmental sealant technology exposes few vulnerable parts to the elements. First tested in the sulfuric acid clouds and extreme temperatures of Venus, the Kodiak can land in hard vacuum, high pressure, and temperatures from near absolute zero to over 900 degrees Celsius. A true contragravitic vehicle, the Kodiak's substantial Element Zero core allows flight by entirely countering the vehicle's mass. Its small thrusters are for directional control only. So if the mass effect field fails, the vehicle becomes a proverbial 3 million credit coffin. The unarmed shuttle forgoes weaponry space for active masking, electronic countermeasures, and a robust kinetic barrier system, ideal for dropping troops undetected.
Okay then. That's good to know. Now we have a couple more of these. Space combat pursuit tactics. Dependent on light, sensors cannot detect objects moving at faster than light speeds. No ship can be detected at interstellar ranges. Detection at interplanetary ranges suffers from light speed lag. Observers see ships not where they appear to be, but where they were when the light bearing their image left them, minutes, hours, or days before. To counteract light speed lag, battle fleets surround themselves with spheres of screening and scouting frigates. Pursuers cannot detect ships and directly intercept them. Instead, pursuers track where objects were, where they were heading, and at what speed they were moving. Such data reliably predicts an object's future location and for pursuit along its light-lagged wake. Ships trying to evade pursuit follow erratic zigzag courses, requiring pursuers to make stops to update their projections. And finally, haptic bloody hell. Computers, haptic adaptive interface. Advances in computing have done away with traditional input devices like keyboards. Instead, modern input peripherals are usually holographically displayed in front of the user at a height and angle for ergonomic ease. Machines that use this input interface detect a user through a microframe chip in the user's glove that keys in to the computer. Once a user is accepted, motion accelerometers, I almost wanted to say accelerometers there, in the user's glove match his hand's location with that of a proportionate but smaller mirror set of controls inside the computer itself. As the user presses against the holographic field, force feedback in the glove kicks in, giving a slight resistance. The person can then feel his way through using a touchscreen that isn't actually there. A simple toggle switch on the back of the hands allows the gloves to be turned off when not in use. Haptic interfaces have become so common that some individuals undergo cybernetic enhancement surgery to have the accelerometers implanted in their fingertips. Going bearskin is the sign of a committed computer user who no longer has to fuss with putting on gloves or cleaning them with alcohol wipes to get rid of the clammy hand smell. Putting computer chips inside your hands so you can use a computer faster. I'm on mine all the time, and I couldn't even imagine doing something like that. But now, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Omega, or witch in this case. Before we do, I'm gonna have a little look-see around the system. And that's all the look-see I'm gonna do. Omega. Enter orbit. Built in the mined-out husk of a metallic asteroid, Omega has been a haven for criminals, terrorists, and malcontents for thousands of years. At times, the station has lain idle and abandoned for centuries, only to be reactivated by a new group of outlaws seeking a fresh start. The space station's original elegant design has given way to haphazard expansion by scrabbling factions of every species. There is no central government or unifying authority on Omega, and nobody can recall a time when there ever was one. Population of 7.8 million, orbital distance of 2.43 AU, orbital period of 6.9 Earth years, and a total length of 44.7 kilometers. So then, let's dock at what's basically the Mass Effect version of Mos Eisley. And seeing as we have no choice, we will take Miranda and Jacob. Let's go. I'm going to keep those squad points. Actually, no, I take that back. I'm going to give myself Assault Mastery 2. And Miranda can have Warp 3. Jacob, I think more incendiary ammo would do well for you. Let's check out our gear options. I am going to be bringing the Eviscerator shotgun. I just like it better. We have no more options for machine. We don't have alternatives for a submachine gun right now. The Predator will give way for the Phalanx. Because, just in my opinion, the Phalanx heavy pistol is just in general better. I'll stick with the nade launcher for now. Jacob. I'm also going to give you the Eviscerator. And you can have your Phalanx. And Miranda, you're nice and set up. That'll do us.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin.
Leave, Fargate, now.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Aria wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Okay, now, why don't you just chill the fuck out?
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Aria for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife, now.
He does have a point. Things do kind of have a tendency to explode around Shepard, don't they?
Resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
And it looks like one of our recruits is up here. Our mercenary friend, about to join the party. Hello, Zaid.
Please. You have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
Who's your friend there? I thought we were picking up one person.
My contacts told me we're picking up one man, not two.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates, even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. You should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
Well, he's a Batarian, and Shepard's opinion of Batarians is pretty damn low for the most part. And he's one on Omega, so I don't think she really cares what's next for him. What do you actually know about our mission?
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
And care to fill me in on your relationship with Cerberus?
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take
Makes
a suicide
sense, I
mission for
suppose.
pay.
He is a
Most
mercenary.
mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Oh, Zaid, you are all kinds of badassness. Welcome aboard the Normandy.
Good to have you, Zaid. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
No, I think he left that bit out of the dossier.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns, runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
Oh, we're definitely doing that.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes. I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Oh, Zaid, you are so awesome. Zaid Masani, everyone, the Boba Fett of the Mass Effect universe.